Welcome back to Cold Iron's Kitchen. I'm Wade. Today we're going to do something delightfully decadent. We're playing with the mothership of pork. What I'm referring to is the pork tenderloin. This one has been removed of fat and silver skin, and we're going to turn this into pork Wellington. Okay. First thing we've got to do with this thing is split it end to end. Now the reason for this is you'll notice it tapers. So if we split it end to end and flip it like this, both ends are now about the same size. Now we're going to put some stuff in the middle of this. Got my fancy little food processor here. And we're going to put some dried apple. Dried apple's a wonderful thing. Now, growing up, I'm sure you ate pork chops and applesauce, as they said on the Brady Bunch too many years ago. And I'm not going to repeat how many years. You want to process this down to small dice size. By the way, this is a Hamilton Beach changeable. What's really sweet about this particular instrument is you chop it right into a plastic container, and you can store it at that point. It's fantastic. So we've got our loin, we've got our apples. I'm going to get a piece of parchment paper here, lay that out. The next part of this is going to be prosciutto ham. This is made, again, from pork tenderloin, and it's dried, and it's very, very thinly sliced, as you can see. What we're going to do is lay out a bunch of slices just like this. It's a beautiful ham, slightly smoky in flavor, kind of spicy. It's a very versatile ham. Be used for appetizers, main dishes, put it on a pizza. It's all good. Here we go. Just about there. Add some on this end here, over here. And you want to press this down so it all sticks together nicely. Take your tenderloin. I went a little long on that, so let's move these guys to the middle. All the ham you can have is better. Okay. Now, we've got this slit here. We're going to take these diced dried apples and put in the middle. Now, what this is going to do is, as this Wellington cooks, it's going to absorb moisture. These apples will. They're going to become just beautiful. Okay, put those in there. Seal these things up. Okay, you see how that rolls around like that? Continue the rolling process and squeeze these things in together tight, just like this. Okay, now we're going to set that aside right here, and I'm going to get my puff pastry. Now, puff pastry, when you're thawing it, it starts out frozen. You should keep it frozen, but thaw it in a towel. That way it does not dry out. I'll set that there. I've got to get my mat. I'll be right back. Okay, we add a little bit of flour right here. Take our puff pastry and we unfold this. Now we're probably going to go off the mat on this one. It happens. There we go. want to do is make a skin for the Wellington. Be right back. Need to grab my rolling pin and put some flour on top of that. Definitely have to go off the mat for this one. But that's okay. Counter's clean. Now, take our Wellington. Give it a Wellie. Don't lose any of that ham. Roll that over, nice and thin. Okay, now it's sitting just like that. Now we need to add a secret ingredient, mustard. This is a coarse ground mustard, slightly spicy. It's one I make myself. Making mustard's easy. We'll get into that one sometime soon. But we spread on some mustard here. One of the best ingredients in the world right there, mustard. We continue to roll this. Just like that. Take your ends, fold them up. Pardon the coughing. Camera person is having a little trouble with the breathing. Take your parchment paper, which you can bake on. You can bake on parchment paper. Put that on your pan. Put your Wellington on the pan. Now, some people would do an egg wash on this. When you're dealing with some food allergies, though, egg wash is not good. Put that together just like that. And I'm going to coat it with a cooking spray, slightly buttery. Okay, we're going to pop this in our oven, 400 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. You want to reach an internal temperature of 150 degrees. Once you've achieved that, we'll be back. Welcome back. Well, it's been about 35 minutes, and oh, I have got a beautiful, beautiful chunk of pork loin in a puff pastry. Now, your first instinct is just dive into this. Just go, whoomp, dinner. But no, we have to let that set for about 10 minutes. It's got, the juices have to suck back in and be present. So what we're going to do, put together salad. Now, right here, I've got a bowl of very young greens. Young greens are great. We're going to add to that some of the rest of the dried apple, because apple is part of this whole dish. To that, I'm going to add some balsamic vinegar, some reduced balsamic vinegar.
Reduced by half.
Now, what happened is I stumbled across a big box of balsamic vinegar. Just put some in a pan and squirted it down. So now it's thick. You see how thick that is? A little balsamic vinegar on that.
I can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. I know that. And we're going to add just a touch of olive oil to that. Oil and vinegar. Just that much. To that, we're going to add some thyme. And then we're going to toss that. Now, as meat needs to marinate, so does this salad. It's got to sit there with the oil, the vinegar, the thyme, all grown together. and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hi, we're back. Now, if you look down here, we've got this lovely pork tenderloin in a puff pastry, mustard, apples, prosciutto. It's beautiful. We have here a salad tossed with balsamic vinegar, a little bit of olive oil. It's time to plate. Now, we ask ourselves in life, how can we make our dinners look more vibrant? Okay? Well, right there we have salad. Here we're going to add some sliced grape tomatoes to that. On top of that, we're going to put a little bit of sliced mushroom, just for something to play with. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to bring a carrot into play. Now, you notice I have a couple tools here. One of them makes shreds, just like this. And you put a couple shreds on top of your salad, and it makes it more vibrant, makes it beautiful. And everybody's looking and saying, well, I don't have a fancy tool like that. Not a problem. Switch to the other one, a common vegetable peeler. Watch this, okay? These shreds look just as beautiful on a salad as anything else you can do. So I'm going to move the salad over here, put the loin to the front, use a serrated edge knife. Serrated. Go through here, just like that. About 1 inch thick pieces. And there you go. Right there, that's dinner. You have pork tenderloin, a salad, tossed. This is great. I'm glad you watched.